Dr Shane Retty.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'd like to echo the thoughts from around the House and commiserate with this community for this very unfortunate outbreak. I'd also like to acknowledge the local member for his very clear and authentic concern and thoughts towards the community. Mr Speaker, this is a time for all layers of the community to be steady and to do the simple things that will see this through. It will be seen through. There's no outbreak of CJ Junai that's ever occurred across the world that hasn't passed, and this will do the same. The community needs to be steady. If we make our way through the community, those with young children, they need to keep them rehydrated, they need to keep them warm, and it's a time for bland foods. Again, every offer of advice is prefaced by, and if you are concerned, please see your general practitioner or family doctor. For parents, they need to be vigilant, not just for themselves, but I'd ask them to be particularly vigilant with hand washing and personal hygiene. It's very important to bring this outbreak to a conclusion. And you know, sometimes when we think about the simple things, hand washing is a simple thing. If we think back through medicine and history, if you like, the big advances haven't actually been X-rays or CT scanners or MRIs. It's actually public health. It's actually, even antibiotics. There was a decrease in mortality and morbidity long before antibiotics came along. It's hand washing, it's clean water, it's sanitation. They've been the big improvements, and so I want to reinforce the hand washing and personal hygiene in the middle of this. Let's do that well. To older people, it's actually the same advice as to younger people. Rehydrate, keep warm, good hand washing, bland foods, see your family doctor if you are concerned. I'd like to extend what my colleague was saying to the medical community, and I want to acknowledge them. They are bearing the frontline burden at this point in time. I want to acknowledge general practitioners. They will be working extra hard. I want to acknowledge the nursing teams who wrap with them. They will be working extra hard. ER, A&E, they'll be working hard, as will the hospital doctors, and then the whole logistics chain, because when you need to rehydrate people, very likely they're going to need to bring supplies into the area. So there's likely increasing trucking and increasing logistics to help with this. To the local government leadership, thank you for owning this problem. Let's figure it out, let's fix it, and then let's share the learnings. I think that's the stage that need to happen here. And then once we've done that, let's look back and make good decisions. Let's make good decisions for policies going forward. And when we have the facts, I'm sure we'll be in a better place to do that. So it's a time for steady hands, do the simple things, I think is the message I'd like to share here, Mr Speaker. Thank you.
Speaker.
Stuart Nash.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.